Thank you for your invitation and kind introduction. I'm very pleased to be here to present the companion diagnostics under the new IVD regulation. This is some disclaimers from our side. So if we start, why do we talk about in vitro diagnostics? In oncology, for example, about a third of authorizations in the past years required a diagnostic test for patient identification. We believe the regulation of the in vitro diagnostics is a major step forward involving medicines regulators in the consultation procedure, and it will provide a robust assessment of companion diagnostics. But this is not new. We have indeed in vitro diagnostics as part of our medicinal product applications, and as part of our review of the agency, we make sure there's a need for systematic review of predictive biomarker and assay data, and also there is a need for consideration to reflect information on the biomarker and the assay in the SMPC. So for this, we have information about the in vitro biomarker test for patient selection for efficacy and safety. And as part of our evaluation templates in our website, you can see here, we make sure there is information on the analytical and clinical validation together with the cutoff selection. And that is information, this is important to highlight, required for approval. This new legislation introduces the definition of a companion diagnostics. Companion diagnostic is a device which is essential for the safe and effective use of the corresponding medicinal product to identify patients who are most likely to benefit from that medicinal product. On this, there is no legal obligation that the companion diagnostic is certified CE marked by the time of the medicinal product approval. We should have information on, this is an in-house assay, certified in other regions, certified in the European Union under the previous directive. The applicants will also clarify whether the assay used in the pivotal trial will be the final companion diagnostics, or whether a bridging study will be performed. Now, this is something that industry is very interested in knowing from us, and these are guiding principles regarding information on the in vitro diagnostic and companion diagnostics in the SMPC. And this is based on regulatory practice and experience, and this is as follows. We would have an inclusion of the biomarker, including the cutoff if needed in indication wording or in the contraindication. We could have information about the biomarker and the assay in section, for example, 4.2. And we could have recommended wording in section 4.2 of the SMPC, and where we make reference to certified marked in vitro diagnostic or a validated test. When we move to the consultation procedure for companion diagnostics, the conformity assessment as described in the legislation mentions that for companion diagnostics, the notified body shall consult the concerned competent authority, in this case, the European Medicines Agency as applicable. So the notified body, before issuing an EU technical documentation assessment certificate for the companion diagnostics, and on the basis of the draft summary and safety and performance and the draft instructions for use, shall consult one of the competent authorities regarding the suitability of the device. This new consultation with the agency focuses on the suitability in relation to a medicinal product, and therefore this is a small part of the big puzzle that is the conformity assessment. For the purpose of this implementation of the new in vitro diagnostic regulation, and the work on the new consultation procedure, an ad hoc group was created with members of the different national competent authorities and EMA colleagues, and we worked on the implementation of this new consultation procedure. We worked on the release of guidance and assessment report templates, and this group discussed experience from the procedure as such, and we tried in the last year or so to try to optimize it. We also had exchanges with, at the beginning, with the notified bodies during this implementation phase, with the main overall goal to provide continuous support to the different committees, CHMP and CAT, on the discussions on companion diagnostics, and work on question and answer documents that I will mention later. With regards to the steps taken, some of you already know about this. In December 21, we released some draft guidance, which was later reconfirmed. We made possible the first consultation procedures in January 2022, and this is the link you can find here to the corporate website where you can find all information published. Now, with regards to the procedural steps, initial consultations will have a 60-day timetable with a possible extension of another 60 days. And follow-up submissions, these are changes we have not received any yet, are possible, and that will have a 30-day timetable. Now, this is, I believe, the most important for you. What is the experience so far gathered? So not only at the level of the initial market authorization that for many years we've been highlighting information on the biomarker and the biomarker assay data, but with regards to the consultation procedures, so far we have received 14 applications and 10 have been completed. And of those, 5 are immunohistochemical assays from measuring PD-L1. And of those applications, we have received already 4 certifications from the notified body. So with regards to upcoming guidance, the agency, together with the different member states, is working on a guidance on predictive biomarker-based assay development in the context of drug development. This is something that started a long time ago, but stopped during the COVID and now is reactivated. And hopefully in the next year, we will have some advance on that guidance. Most crucial for you is documents that we have been preparing together with the companion diagnostic expert group on frequently asked questions on medicinal product development and affecting companion diagnostics. And these are questions, one of them is relating to the SMPC. You've seen the information here in one of the slides, information on that we expect to see in the SMPC on the biomarker assay and its certification. Another question, for example, is what would happen, what are the elements that we would expect in a regulatory submission? And these are questions also together with an additional essay, if more than one essay is used, what are the elements to consider when you submit your application? So we hope this is going to be published soon. This document has been adopted by the CHMP and CAT, and you will have you will see that soon in our corporate website. Now, if you look at take-home messages for companion diagnostic, the EMA needs to be consulted by notified bodies on the suitability of the companion diagnostic for use with the medicine. The assessment of suitability includes the review of scientific validity, the rationale, and the analytical and clinical performance of the companion diagnostics. And as I mentioned earlier, the consultation procedure takes 60 and another 60 assessment days. and more information you find here in our website. So that's the end of my presentation, and I will hand over to my colleague Olga. Thank you.